And alright, YouTube, what is going on? Brett here today, aka Delivered Servant. Tomorrow is my 25th birthday, and I figured I'd make an off the spit video. Today is officially February 1st, 2024, and it is currently 9:45 p.m. And I kind of wanted to just make a video kind of running through where I last left off 2023 before I turned 25, and kind of review where I'm at in 2024 as it's barely over the first month. And I kind of wanted to go into where I want to be eventually, and kind of just review, like I said last year, what I'd gone down, and just where I'd like to be in terms of my finances, spiritually, my just general life goals, etc. So this is probably more so for myself, but maybe others who are in the same boat, same position, those who are kind of around the same age range. Maybe I can provide some insight from my past experience, and maybe just have people comment that are kind of in similar situations that it's nice to have that brotherhood, and maybe this will help somebody in some sort of way. But I kind of want to just do like a spark noted version 2023. I'd gone through my first breakup of 2 years with a girl I thought I was going to marry. And I had part of my testimony is I had prayed to God, said God, in adoration. I'm like, God, please, if she's not from you, take her away. The next day, we had broken up. I'm not even kidding. And this is a 2-year relationship. So I went through trials and tribulations, just trying to figure out who I am, where I'm at, nonsense sort of hippy-dippy travel the world, sleep around, drink, etc. I had gone down just a route of giving my life to Christ and complete and utter sobriety, and just giving my life to Christ and sobriety when everything that came along with that. So sobriety, clean eating. I went on carnivore for a little over around 6 months, just clean eating. I challenged myself, and I did my first. I did several 5Ks. I did my first full marathon. I had done 5 jobs, which was too much. It's not meant for anybody. Nobody can do that for more than a year. I'd argue maybe 2 at tops, but I did almost 10 to I'd probably say just under 12 months actually. I did 5 jobs. I worked as a contractor for the hospital, an IT hardware technician. That was the first one. My main job, 2 bartending jobs that kind of filled in the cracks on the weekends and on weekdays when I had free time. And then the 5th job was I'm a salesman. So not ideal. It's around 100 hours a week. Pretty much killing myself just without bare minimum sleep. There was no consistency in sort of like working out, etc. So don't recommend it. But I'm making this video just for, I guess, more documentary purposes. And I kind of wanted to see where, based off of last year, the growth that I had endured just in my relationship with Christ, etc., the goals that I had reached. I want to see where 2024 takes me, and 2023 unexpected, but it took me so far. So part of, I guess, is something else that I want to mention. 2023 is I had gone basically since the breakup. I had gone almost an entire year, complete utter celibacy. And I fumbled more so towards the end. But in terms of like adult content, no fab monk mode, everything that goes along with that, I don't want to get demonetized, or not demonetized, but like I don't want to be my video to be deleted. So I won't go into depth there, but use your imagination. And I had struggled more so, and I kind of struggling more so now at the end, as if I kind of fell off the deep end a little bit in November, December, and my prayer life completely drastically reduced, and then pretty much basically stopped praying over the Christmas break, that these things had come back into my life just for the month of December, the second half. And now I'm struggling now, but I've gotten it down to, like, I think last year I had, just the month of December, a few times in December, like I think, I don't want to really make it weird, but I think I had 2 or 3 days where I had fumbled. Just a few days in that last December, primarily, which is tremendous progress. But I would like to get this year, to 0. I would like to have none of that stuff in my life. It doesn't benefit anyone in any sort of way. So I just want to document that, and that's kind of one of the goals that I would like to for 2024, is just to in those moments where I feel most distance from God, to challenge myself to just kind of have the discipline and just to force myself to continue to walk back. Whether that just even means simply locking myself in my room and hearing to at least 5 to 10 minutes of prayer. I've just really, really been struggling with lately, just not giving myself consistent times for prayer. And what's kind of been, this is something I've noticed, is I've convinced myself that just because I'm living in sin, or like, I haven't been a perfect Christian, I haven't been a perfect Christ follower, that I'm not worthy of God's grace, and I'm not worthy of talking to Him, and I don't think He's hearing my prayers because I'm living in sin actively. And I think there's some truth to that, but at the same time, there's definitely the devil's just putting that lie in my head that just because I'm not, in a perfect state of grace and I'm in a perfect state of living sin free, that God's not going to hear my prayers. So I'm just trying to be more cautious of that, and heading into 2024. I would like to adhere to my physical goals. So right now, my physique, I'm 200. I've been fluctuating water weight wise, 200 to 208 pounds. I'm 6'2". So I would like to probably get around to the 175 to 190 mark, just depending on how I look, because I would like to, and I think mid to later this year, partake in a half Ironman with my buddy. So we've kind of committed to that, but I need to figure out the dietary stuff in terms of, I have ADHD, and I'm really just struggling. I watch so much content, and like I watch like Paul Saladino or the animal-based diet and carnivore, etc. And I'm trying to figure out the perfect diet for me in terms of reduced bloating. I have digestive issues, so ADHD, digestion. I'm trying to find the perfect diet / eating plan for optimal cognitive function and optimal just general performance in terms of just physical fitness, whether that be the daily gym or just even going to those, or sort of the practices that I have for the running, the marathons, even just the 5K. So I need to try to figure that out. But I've been practicing more so adding fruits, honey, carbohydrates back in. But then I noticed I'm more lethargic. So I'm trying to figure out a balance. I don't want to go back to chicken and rice because I feel like the nutrients have definitely been more beneficial having variety of the red meat alongside fruits and other variety. I guess just a quick 2-second thing on carnivore. I had done it for 6 months, and I had gotten down to the mid 190s. And my workouts were terrible. I probably was underfed, to be honest, because it's an expensive diet. But I felt good cognitively, but I just didn't feel good in terms, my skin was good, my hair, I felt like I filled that a lot more, and my sleep was fire, and I had a flat stomach, which was a great feeling, just having no bloating. So that's kind of why I'm leaning more towards just sticking towards red meats, generally 80%. But I'll have to play around with this stuff. So I need to figure that out this year. What I'm thinking of doing, just really quick, is just doing an 80%, or grabbing half of a grass-fed, grass-finished cow, and then just primarily getting my carbs from fruits or plantain, avocado, smoothies, etc., and maybe a little bit of rice or sweet potato on the side. But it's kind of where I'm leading now. I'm just starting. I'm hardly 1 week into this, and I'm feeling pretty good. I feel like I'm starting to lose weight. But anyways, that's something for 2024 is I'd like to figure out ADHD, digestion, and performance for a long term, half Ironman, etc. And so that diet, no FAP, monk mode, etc. Prioritization of just identifying those weaknesses as moments of weakness, and then thirdly, just catching myself when I get too comfortable. My walk with Christ, I think it's something I really noticed is things started going really downhill was the December. Basically, my finances, I had been blessed with a nice bonus from my company, and I had just gotten basically out of all my financial burden, thus the 5 jobs. And though that was part of the reason I worked them, and part of the reason was just distraction, just to stay busy, I guess. But anyways, I want to be able to identify those moments of weakness, and when things are going really well, when I'm having wins, that I don't get too comfortable. I need to make an active effort to say thank you when things are going well, because it's so easy just to fall into the trap of wanting to only pray when you're struggling, as many of you know, and most people do, is like, hey, I got in a car crash, God, please, I'm just making an example where like you're in a life or death situation, God, please, I'll do anything. Or, like you're about to take a test, you like, God, please, I'll do anything. And there's this dire moments of stress, anxiety, etc. So I'm working on that. That was a nice eye opener. It's like I completely almost had stopped praying as soon as I got the things that I wanted, i.e. finances, dating, etc. So when things started lining up the way I had wanted it to, anyways, yeah. So just having that recognition, I think, is great, and I'm very happy that I'm able to identify that. I'm turning 25. I'm very nervous about it. A lot of my friends are getting married, buying houses, etc. But I'm only 25. That's like the mindset that I'm looking at is I'm only 25 as opposed to, oh crap, I'm 25, my life's over. I'm kind of catching myself there. One of my other buddies that I pray with on the daily, and one of my brothers I talk to, good piece of advice that he had, not advice, but something he had mentioned that like was like, okay, that's a good point, is some of his coworkers are like, man, I would do anything to be 25 again. That would be, oh man, those are the days. So I'm just trying to like, I want to kill it this year, and I don't want to take this time for granted. I would really just like to be able to make the most of it and just conquer these. I'm working on it, but like cheap dopamine, the TikTok reels, not TikTok, but the Instagram reels, the YouTube reels. I'd like to adhere more so to my goals, i.e. certifications, just getting to where I want, knowledge-wise in my company. And it was kind of funny is after I really haven't opened my Bible, to be brutally honest, that much at all this year, 2024. But I had just opened it now, and this is something I'd like to share really quick, is Psalms 91, something I had underlined, but I had randomly kind of opened to right before this video. Like I'm not even kidding, probably a minute before this video. So Psalms 91, chapter 10, 70 years are given us, and some may even live to 80. But even the best of these years are often emptiness and pain. Soon they disappear, and we are gone. Who can realize the terrors of your anger? Which of us can fear you as he should? Teach us, this is kind of what, captivated my eye. Teach us to number our days and recognize how few they are. Help us to spend them as we should. So that was 25, not the end of the world. I have time, but I'm recognizing now my brains, I feel like it's more so, honestly, this last year just more developed as it does when you're a 25-year-old male. But that was pretty freaking awesome to open up to be honest. Very eye-opening just to be like, okay. It's so weird sometimes you just open up and it's like, okay, wow, it's so weird that it's exact thing that I'm worried about. God's like, okay, you're only 25, you know this, but you need to make the most of your time. I'm like, yeah, you're right. So I need to figure out something. I think the thing that I've identified kind of ties into those other things that I had said that I'd like to do is I would like to work strictly, specifically 2024, disciplinary, cold showers, just regimen, allocating specific time for my phone usage, studying. I don't have to study, but I should. That's the one, if I want to get ahead, that I need to study. And so just that's something I prayed about today, just structuring some sort of disciplinary routine that I'm able to adhere to, especially on those days that I do not feel my best. If I get 6 hours of sleep or something, or my boss yells at me, or I don't know. I'm trying to think of just standard days where you just don't feel ideal. You're not optimized. You're not always going to have the perfect regimen, but just trying to structure some sort of disciplinary schedule I can adhere to. So that's probably my primary goal, and everything else kind of ties into that. So a lot of these things, I've been still watching David Hammond on YouTube. I highly recommend searching Self-Developed or David Hammond. He's been a great coach this year for me, and I would not be, in my opinion, where I'm at now because of him. He kind of, he guided me towards God, I think, and he'd gone through similar situations, basically with his girlfriend of 5 years. Broke his heart, but basically he was the horse that led me to the water spiritually. So my hats off to him. But if you guys are struggling, I tremendously recommend him. Look him up on YouTube, David Hammond, or Christ Developed, I think his new name is. It used to be Self Developed, so look up Self Developed or Christ Developed, David Hammond. But yeah, he's been. I want to just hats off, thanks to him. But I'm rambling a bit. I want to wrap this up. I'm turning 25 in 2 hours. I'm gonna kill it this year. I'm using this as an accountability sort of thing, and I'm gonna try to update you guys this year. I'm gonna try to make a video at least once a month. I know I'm not gonna blow up or anything like that, but the whole point is just for me to have a few people maybe that are gonna be like, "Hey, Brett, you holding up to what you said you were gonna do when you're 24," and yeah, that'd be pretty. That'd be pretty sweet. There's a different game plan. But anyways, the reason I brought in David Hammond up is like you can't do things through your own works. The self-development stuff is kind of turning dead. It's not really like the androtate, all that stuff. Red pill, dying, gone out the window. So, and I realized a lot of these things can only be done through Christ. I would not be where I'm at now without Christ. My own works are pathetic. They mean nothing. And, I just need to be able to rely on Christ more so if I want to achieve anything this year. And, yeah, that's pretty much all I have. Pray for me, guys. I am in a group of guys right now. I'm in 2 different Bible studies, and I have a support system of guys, Christian, Catholic, not even Catholic, but just Christian men, predominantly, that have my back. But the more of you guys that want to get in touch with me, drop a comment below. 2024 is going to be the year. I'm trying to think of anything else that we need to add in. We got a lot. I have a lot to do. I'm pretty stressed, to be honest. This is going to be my most busiest year, I know it by far, but I need to keep Christ at the forefront. So thanks for watching, guys. I know I rambled a little bit, but I will keep you updated. God bless. Take care. Bye-bye.